Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dftg 1392 Rivet Architecture. So today we're actually going to continue creating the model. Right now we're actually a week behind because of the holiday last week. It fell on a Monday, so you probably had classes in your other classes from Tuesday to Friday. But our Monday class was canceled. So for today or this week, we're going to actually have to double up on our assignments. We're going to cover module number 2, which consists of creating the model, and we're going to cover module number 3, which consists of creating additional views in that model. Okay, so right now, first things first, this is where we have left off at. All of you guys should have your model up to this point. Okay, if your model is not up to this point, please feel free to take some time to do so, because this portion of your model is actually due at midnight tonight. So go ahead and bring your model up to speed. It is very simplistic, as you can see. We didn't do too much. We just kind of rolled out some information regarding the Rivet interface, and also regarding some things dealing with properties and things of that nature, dealing with the wall types. Okay, the last video that I done, I didn't use the actual wall types that you guys have in your model. So this is the wall type that you should have. It is actually a basic wall, exterior brick and CMU on metal stud. Okay, I actually put the capstone on my wall. You guys don't have to worry about that. We'll get into that. I think it's covered in module 3 and 4, or 3 or 4, as regards creating views. But right now, don't worry about the capstone that you see on my wall. Okay, you guys should actually just have a regular standard wall with no capstone on it. Okay, so if you go here and you click edit type, you should have a wall similar to this, but without the capstone that we're showing here. Okay, so first things first, I could turn it off, but I want to just leave it on for right now, for aesthetic purposes. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, first thing I want you to do is, if you got your walls drawn, don't worry about the height of the wall. Mine are drawn at 20 feet right now. If you want to change that just to be consistent with me, you can change it here. If you go over and you click into the properties menu, you see where it says unconnected. Okay, this will give us the height of the walls. You can change that here. You can make that 40 feet if you want to, and just hit apply, and that wall will jump up to 40 feet. And if you want to make your other walls consistent with that wall, you would just type in MP for match properties, okay, and select the wall that you want your other walls to be like first, and then you go and select the walls that you want to actually change to those attributes that's consistent with the wall that you want. But for right now, let's leave it at 20 feet, okay? I think I covered that last class anyway. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to continue creating the model. So first things first, we're going to go over here and click level 1. And this is what your project should look like in plan, okay? You should have your walls drawn on the north, south, and east and west side. This is the east wing of the building, okay? We're going to have 2 wings. We're going to have an east wing and we're going to have a west wing. And that's what we're going to go and add today. We're going to add the rest of the floor plan. But first things first, these are called out as levels, but we want to actually go ahead and name them, okay? And the way you do it is you come over here to the project browser, which we discussed last week. This is going to show you all of the drawings that you have drawn in your model, okay? As we matriculate throughout the building and the creating of this model, this project browser will get extensively long as we go in and we create additional views, okay? So first things first, I want you to go ahead and right click on level 1 and click rename. And after you click rename, you can type it in all caps. Type first. I'm sorry, hold on. Let's go back. Click rename. And type, while it's highlighted, type first, spacebar, floor, spacebar, plan. Then hit enter. And it's going to ask if you would like to rename the corresponding level and views. You want to click yes. And you actually could click, don't show this message again, but you know what? Don't do that because you guys are beginners. I want to keep it simple because you could rename something in the future that you don't want to rename. So it's good that it's asking that for beginners, okay? So first things first, let's go ahead and we're going to activate the reference plane command, okay? So you're going to type in RP for reference plane. And if you guys have not actually, let's see if I have it here. You see these Rivet shortcut guides? Okay, let me open it up if I can get it to open. No, let's leave it alone. But I'm gonna send this guy out to you. This is all of the hot commands. Okay, I actually submitted this in an assignment for you guys to do, but I'm just gonna go ahead and send it to you because there are all different types of shortcuts that you can find on the internet. Okay, but I want you to use this one because this one is very detailed and it gives you all the specifications that I think that are pertinent for the constructing and the building of this model. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead, and there it is. It's opened up there. It's actually from the Autodesk community. It's a shortcut guide. Okay, and this is pretty good as it regards what we're going to be placing into our models. All right, we'll look at this a little bit later in detail once we get to this portion of the assignment. Okay, so let's go ahead and minimize that. So yes, first things first, we want to go ahead and activate the reference plane command. So you want to type in RP to activate it, and you want to come over here and you want to draw a reference plane down the center of your building. Okay, and a reference plane, it is exactly as it is called. It's just a plane that we will utilize for reference when drawing walls and things of that nature. So first things first, we're going to draw this one down the center of the building. And then you want to click that reference plane and you want to come out here and grab this little grip here and pull it out some. Okay, make sure it's pulled out on both sides. And then you want to click in here to name it. You want to say center. Just click in here and say CENTR. Okay, that way when you click on it, you'll have so many of these in the project that you want to name them. Okay, and we'll start off by naming this one as the center reference plane. All right, hit escape, get out of that. And let's activate the reference plane again. You want to type in RP for reference plane. And you want to come up here to the top button or to the top modify place reference plane. And on the offset menu, okay, you want to come here and you want to type in 15. Because we're going to draw a second reference plane and we're going to give it an offset of 15 feet. So once you type 15 in there, you want to hit enter, okay? And then you want to come to the right side or the west side of the reference plane, and you want to click on the endpoint here and drag all the way to the other side of the reference plane. So now we've created a reference plane that's 15 feet away from the center reference plane. Now you want to click on this end and drag it while that 15 feet here is still active. You want to drag it all the way to the east side of the reference plane. Okay, so now we have 3 reference planes. And if you come here and click the align dimension tool, you'll see that it is 15 feet apart. Okay, and just hit escape to get out of it. I just wanted to show you guys how that reference plane works and how we can put values in to give it an offset. Okay, so now let's click this one, and you want to just say, come and give it a name, wall 1. Okay, and click this one, and you want to give it a name, say wall 2. And I'm doing this just to show you guys that these reference planes, they are good when you actually name them. There are times when we won't name them, but I want you guys to get used to naming them because you're familiar or because you're unfamiliar with the program. And once you become familiar with the program, you know, you probably won't go in and name them all. But at some point, especially when you get to drawing sections and things of that nature, having them named is going to be very beneficial. That way you know what those reference planes are. Now, let me give you a little bit of background work on reference planes. Once you draw these reference planes, and then you draw things based on that reference plane, you don't want to delete that reference plane. For example, if I draw a wall here, which we are going to do, and it's associated with this reference plane, or let's just say it's connected to this reference plane, then if you go in and you delete this reference plane at a later date, then you're going to delete that entire wall. And the next thing you know, you're going to look at your project and you're going to say, okay, what's going on here? What happened to my wall? Okay, so keep that in mind as we matriculate throughout the course of the project. So now what you want to do is you want to come up here and click on this wall that's on the north side of the east wing, and then right click, and you want to go right here and click create similar. And this is going to help us create a similar type wall. So now you want to come here to where this reference plane intersects this wall, and you want to, in fact, let's get out of that, okay? Let's do it again, because I want to show you guys how to set something up. You want to select this wall, right-click, and click Create Similar, and then you want to come up here to the location line value, and see how it says Wall Center Line? You want to change this wall to Finish Face Exterior, okay? With that being said, it's going to select this wall. Once you come here and you select on a reference plane where it intersects with this wall, and you click here, now your wall is going to be drawn on the exterior side, okay? Whereas before we actually restarted the command, it drew the wall at the center because we had it selected, or we had it set to center core value. So you want to come here and you want to draw this wall at 25 feet. So you want to go here and just type in 25 and hit enter. Now that wall has been drawn at 25 feet. And with that command still active, okay, you want to actually draw another wall here, and you want it to have a 145-degree angle. See the 145-degree angle? So what you want to do is you want to come here and select it at 145, okay? And I'm having trouble getting it to snap. Actually, you can come here and select. It'll align with the wall that's exterior. In fact, let's leave it at 135. Okay, let's leave it at 135. This is going to be good for a little exercise that we're going to do later. Click there, and then draw another line that's going to the west side, and you want to type in 25 feet. And then you want to get out of the, well, actually, let's stay in the command. Let's go ahead and do the overall footprint. So now you want to draw another wall while the wall command is still active. If you remember, we still have the chain command selected. That's why the wall command is still active after we click to place a wall. So you want to draw or drag the line up 25 feet and hit enter. And now you want to take it and drag it to the west, and you want this wall to be 80 feet. So type in 80, hit enter, okay? And now you want to drag the wall down, let's just say southward. You want to say 25 feet, hit enter, okay? And now you want to draw another wall, but you want to give it a radius. So while the wall command is still active, you want to come up here and you want to click the Start in Radius Arc tool, okay? And you want to drag it down 25 feet, let's just say 25, hit enter, and now it's going to snap to 180. Okay, and now you see the wall command is still active. Now you've not drawn, now you need to draw another wall here, okay? And you want to actually select the line tool. And you want to actually drag it down 25 feet and hit enter. And let's do the same thing that we've done here at the bottom. We want to drag it to the east side, 80 feet, hit enter. And you want to drag this portion of the wall up 25 feet to the north and hit enter. And hit escape, okay? So now, as you can see, we've basically drawn the footprint of our building. We're going to offset these walls to reflect what's shown on the north side of the center of the building, okay? So first things first, exit out of the wall command, and then type in WA to activate the wall command again. Make sure you're in the Finish Face Exterior, and you want to click here. And as you can see, that wall is being drawn on the inside. So if you hit the space bar, that will flip the wall to the outside. And you want to type in 25 feet and hit enter. Okay. And now what you could do is you could actually draw a wall. We want to use the offset tool. Okay. Right now, the distance on this connecting corridor that we're drawing. Okay. And if we actually take a distance line here, or dimension line, I'm sorry, we'll see that that's 30 feet, okay? So we can select this wall, we can type in OF for offset, and let's give it a value of 30 feet. So type in 30 and hit enter. And select this wall, and now you can see that wall is 30 feet. So now what we need to do is we need to connect these two walls, right? We need to connect these two walls. And then we need to use the trim command to connect them. So you would type in TR for trim, and you'll select this wall and this wall. And now you have your walls aligned up. Now, same thing with this wall. We can type in OF for offset, and once you set a value, that value will pop up again. So you can just select that wall. Boom. Now that wall is 30 feet. You can type in the trim, the TR to activate the trim command. And now you have that wall that is actually 30 feet. Okay, now, first things first. As you can see, we have a little issue here, okay? And this wall right here is actually superseding that wall. But let's go ahead and drag a dimension line here, because we're gonna fix this. I'm gonna show you what the problem is. So let's type in RP for reference plane and draw a reference plane right here, okay? And let's draw a reference plane, let's just say right here, okay? And let's draw a dimension line from here to here. And this on that wall at what, 28 feet. So let's select this wall, select this, select that wall, and type in 30 feet. And hit enter. Okay. So now, what we do here is we want to hit delete, and we want to select these reference planes that we drew in. We just use those for reference. We don't want to draw them in. And type in TR for trim, and select this guy, and select this guy. Okay. So now we have our connecting corridor drawn. Okay. And this is what your model should look like. Let's go to 3D view. Okay. And this is what your model should look like. Now, what's happening here is some of the walls that we drew, they were not flipped in the right orientation. As you can see, some of the brick exterior finishes are showing on the inside of our wall, or the inside of our building, and some of the brick exterior finishes are showing on the exterior side of our building. So what you want to do here, each wall that's not shown properly, you want to select it and hit the space bar. That'll actually flip the wall. You want to select it, hit the space bar. Select it, hit the space bar. Okay? Let's go ahead and orbit around. All right? You want to select it and hit the space bar. Select it, hit the space bar. Select it, hit the space bar. You want to select it and hit the space bar. Select it and hit the space bar. Same thing with these walls over here. Select it, space. Select it, space. Select it, space. Okay? So now we have all of our walls that are drawn in the proper orientation. Okay? Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to come down to this bottom menu here where we went over last week, the properties, next to the properties help menu. And we want to select this visual style hidden line icon. And you want to go up to graphic display options. All right. And let's go ahead and change the style from hidden line to shaded. And come here and click on shadows, and you want to click cast shadows. Okay. And come back up here and click smooth lines with aliasing. I'm sorry. And click apply. Okay. So now this will show us our model with the materials actually on. Okay. This actually shows us what the CMU block base wall, the brick on CMU block base wall looks like. Okay. And for these doors, if you guys don't have this type of door, you can put any type of door. I'm not going to grade you on what type of door, as long as you have doors placed there. In fact, let's go back to this guy and go back to graphic display options and turn the smooth lines off. Click apply and then click OK. That'll give us a better illustration of what it looks like. Okay. So this is basically what your model should look like at this time. However, we have some adjustments that we'll have to make here, and we'll do that in just a moment. Okay, guys, let's continue. Now, I did this layout in this fashion to kind of show you guys and teach you guys how to troubleshoot things when things don't, they don't go into the project as precise as you would like them, okay? You see the length of this wall? We originally drew this wall in at 25 feet, right? So when you click here, this wall is at 18 feet. And then this wall right here, when you click the adjacent wall, it'll tell you the length of the wall that it's adjacent to. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and delete this wall. Okay, and let's delete this wall. I want to teach you guys how to troubleshoot things because this will happen. Okay, and let's go ahead and delete this wall. And let's delete our arch wall here. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to come here. Okay, and you want to select this wall. And then go ahead and change this dimension to 25 feet and hit enter. Okay. And now select this wall. It'll show you that this wall is not 80 feet. What happened was when we flipped the walls, it changed the exterior and interior dimensions, right? So it kind of modified things as we flipped the walls. So I leave that in to kind of show you guys how to troubleshoot things and kind of show you guys how things happen when you manipulate things in your three-dimensional model. Okay, so let's go ahead and click here, and you want to type in 80. Make sure it's still active. Type in 80. Make sure it's active. Okay. And let's go ahead and take this wall. Let's just do, well, I don't know. Let's take this one. Let's take this one out. Okay. Delete. Now type in RP for reference plane. Okay. And you want to snap to the center of this wall. We won't name this one because we're just using it for a reference. So RP. So when you see that little triangle, that means that's the center of that wall. So you want to draw it here, okay? And before we move on, well, I'll cover that at a later date. Let's stay focused here. I want you to type in MI for mirror, select this wall, and then select to mirror it about this axis, okay? MM. I'm sorry, it's glitching here. MM. There it is. Let's undo it so we can do it the right way. You type in MM and you select the wall, then you select about the center axis. Sometimes Rivet does glitch, okay? There it is, okay? Sometimes you have to, that's the thing about Rivet. It's a very powerful program. However, it does have glitches, okay? Sometimes things will invert on you as it regards order of operations, and sometimes things don't come out as they should. This is why I do these types of exercises to kind of show you guys how to manipulate the software and how to get it to do what you're telling it to do. Because Rivet, even though you're drawing in 2 dimensions now, it thinks in 3 dimensions, and sometimes it gets confused itself, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and delete this reference plane. Okay, you want to delete that? All right. And let's go ahead and grab this wall and let's align it to the wall that's above, okay? And let's go ahead and type in RP for reference plane. And you want to come to this wall right here, and you want to draw a reference plane from that wall to this wall. And as you can see, it didn't totally align like we would like it to. So just go ahead and drag it up. Now it is, okay? And then let's draw a line over it. So type in DL for draw line. Let's draw a line here. And let's type in RP for reference plane. And let's draw a reference plane down the center of this corridor because that's going to be the center axis of our building. Let's go ahead and delete this line. Let's go ahead and delete that reference plane, okay? And just come here and just type center or center 2. Okay? Now, select this wall, type MM, and mirror it about this axis, okay? And now select this wall, type MM, and mirror it about this axis, okay? Select this wall, type MM, and mirror it about this axis, okay? And now you want to type in the WA to activate the wall command, and you want to make sure that that wall command is set on exterior brick and CMU, and you want to make sure you come over here and select the start in radius arc button, and you want to select the wall here. Okay, it's drawn on the outside, so you want to hit the space bar to mirror it back in, and then select it here, and then you want to snap it at 180, okay, and hit escape. So now our walls are as they should be, as they're called out in the drawing, okay? So go back to your 3D model, and there is the correct way. I know what we showed in the original, it didn't look, like it was that much different. Aesthetically, it looked like it was spot on, but actually it was off a little bit because we flipped the walls uh, in and out, so it changed all the dimensions, okay? So yeah, that's where your model should be at this point, okay? So we're gonna cover placing walls, okay? And we already talked about using reference planes and editing wall joins. That's what we did when we utilized the trim command. And we also placed some doors here. We're gonna go back and place some windows, okay? So yeah, this is where your wall should be at this time. Uh, let's go ahead and, start it. Let's go ahead and start adding some interior walls. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and start adding some interior walls. But before we do that, there's an additional portion of the building that we want to add at the west wing, okay? So let's go ahead and type in WA to activate the wall command, or better yet, select this wall and right-click and click Create Similar, all right? And come up here to the offset menu here and type in 25. Just highlight it all and type in 25 and hit enter. And what you want to do is you want to come here and select this portion of the exterior wall. You want to select the thick dark line because the light line that's below, that's actually the CMU, okay? And our offset didn't work. Let's see, WA, type in WA. Offsets over here, let's see, 25. And let's go ahead and select here. Hold on, my God, it's glitching again. Close, offset, 25, hit enter. Now you want to come here, hit escape, get out of it. Right click, create similar, offset 25, and hit enter. And then you want to come here and select this wall, and you want to just drag it to the left a little bit. Now, actually, to manipulate this wall, you can select it and you'll grab the grips here. Let's go ahead and drag this wall all the way across. All right. And then after you have that wall there, let's go ahead and type in RP to activate the reference plane command and snap it to the center of this wall. And let's draw a reference plane right here, which we will delete. And then let's go and type in 15 to give it an offset, okay, and hit enter. And while the reference command is still active, you want to type in 15. And now let's go ahead and draw a reference line here. And then let's click on this side of the reference plane and let's draw another one here, okay? And now you want to select the wall and click Create Similar. Let's go ahead and draw a wall here, all right? And you want to make sure it's on the outside, so hit the space bar to flip the wall, okay? And you want to do the same thing on this side. And now let's type in TR to trim these walls. So type in TR, and you want to select this wall, then you want to select that one, and you want to select this wall, and you want to select that one, okay? Now, if we take these and we delete them out of here, we're good because nothing is attached to them. So let's take these off. Now, when you go back to your three-dimensional model, you have this little bump out here, okay? So you want to select this wall and flip it, all right? And you want to select this wall and flip it, okay? And there we have our little bump out. Let's go to the floor plan and let's check our dimensions here, okay? This wall should be 30 feet, and these walls should be 25, okay? So when you select this wall, it's going to give you the dimension of the adjacent wall. So select here and type in 25, enter, and then select here and type in 30, enter. Now what you want to do is you want to go back to your reference plane command and select the center wall, and you want to make sure that it's still centered, which it's not, okay? So this is actually the center of this wall. So you can select this wall, hold down the control command to actually add additional selected items. Then you select this wall, then you select that wall, and you type in M and V for move, and you want to select this wall, the center line of this wall, and drag it over to the center line of that wall. Now you know that this exterior bump out is centered on the south wall of the west wing, okay? So this is what your model should look like once you have that drawn, okay? And let's go ahead and look at drawing some interior wall. Okay, let's go ahead and add some interior walls. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to first floor plan. If you don't have it open, let's say if you did have it closed and your drawing looks like this, and you only have one tab here, you can type in, or you can come over here and double click first floor plan, okay? And let's go ahead and add in some interior walls here, okay? First things first, let's go ahead and type in WA to activate the wall command. And what you want to do is you want to come to this portion of the properties menu, the type selector, and let's select a different type of wall. We want 8-inch masonry. So generic 8-inch, let's see, yeah, 8-inch masonry generic. We want to click this wall right here. And we want to make sure that the location line is set to finished face exterior. So you want to come here and you want to select this corner at the, right now we're working on the walls that will be on the interior of the east wing, okay? We're putting the elevator shafts in now. So what you want to do is you want to come and select this wall here. And as you can see, it's out of alignment. So if you hit the space bar to flip it, and you want to come here and you want to type in 12 feet or just select 12. Then you want to drag it to the right and stop it at 10. Oops, mistake there. Let's see. Right, similar. Okay. And you want to stop it at 10, and then you want to go back and select this wall right here. Okay. Now, as you can see, this wall right here is actually 11 and some change because of the way we actually have this wall flipped. But the way we change that is we want 12-foot clear, and we want 10-foot clear, okay? So what you want to do is you want to come here, you want to type in 12, or select this wall here and type in 12. Okay, now you have 12-foot clear, and then select this wall and then type in 10 up here. So now you have 10-foot clear, okay? Now the next thing you want to do is you want to select this wall, you want to right click and go to the create similar tab here, and you want to come up here to the offset menu and type in 2 for 2 foot and hit enter. And let's draw a wall right here, a little chase wall. I'm sorry, click on the right side. A little chase wall in the elevator shaft here. And hit escape. Okay? So now you have your elevator shaft walls in, and we're going to have 2 elevators. So you're going to have an elevator here, and you're going to have another elevator on this side, on the south side of the east wing. So what you want to do is you want to select these walls, hold down the control button, type in MM for mirror, and mirror it about this axis, and now you have your elevator shafts drawn, okay? And we utilize these hotkeys, and we utilize these reference commands to actually, cut time down, right? We already drew it once, so now all we had to do was mirror it. Now, you can type in WT for window tile. That way you can look at your floor plan, and you can look at your 3D model as well to see how things are shaping up, okay? So this is how your model should look at this juncture. All right, but let's go ahead and close out the floor plan one, or close out the 3D one, because we're working primarily in the floor plan. Okay, and let's proceed with creating one. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue creating the model. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and select this wall and create similar. And you want to select the start in radius arc button here. And you want to come here, and you want to come here. And let's go ahead and let's do this guy. I think we wanted. Let's. We're not gonna do 180. Let's do 120. 120. We'll go back and change it later. I'm sorry. Come here, and then let's type in. Let's go ahead and redo it. I don't like that. Let's give it something pertinent. Come here. Right click. Create similar. Let's go ahead and flip it. Wait. So let's try it again. Right click, create similar. Oh, we deleted something we didn't want to delete. That's right, it created a solid wall. So now let's take it from the top, guys, okay? Let's go ahead and create a wall right here. Select this wall, and you want to right click and click create similar. And you want to select here, or you want to make sure you select start in radius arc. Flip it so it's in alignment, okay? And select here. And let's go ahead and give it, let's see, we want to give it a value of something like, uh, let's do 180 for right now. We'll change it later. We can come back and always change it here. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for right now, okay? Now, next thing we want to do is let's go ahead and draw some interior walls. So this is a fire rated corridor, so we have to add some fire rated walls. So we're going to type in WA for the wall command, and on the drop down menu, you want to come here and you want to actually select a 6 1/8 partition at 2 hours. Now let's try something else. Yeah, let's go at 6 1/8. Okay, partition at 2 hours. That gives us a 2-hour fire rated wall. And you want to give it an offset of 4 feet. Okay, and you want to come here and select this wall, or select that reference plane, the center reference plane. And you want to draw this wall all the way to the west side of the east wing, and then draw another wall all the way back. Okay, and what you want to do is once you draw them, as you can see, these guys are not connected, okay? So leave it as is for right now, and we'll go ahead and show you guys how to connect it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and select this guy. Let's give it a, this is a little bit drastic, even though I do like its consistency with the arc here and the arc here. Let's make this guy, select it, and give it a radius of about 20 feet. So just type in 20 and hit enter. And it went haywire on us. So let's do it again. Right click, create similar, start in arc, click here, okay, flip it, and let's give it a radius of about 20 feet. Hit enter. And there it is, okay. Sometimes when you do things, guys, I do this, I keep it, I kind of keep it real when I draw it, because you're going to have some issues like this to present itself, okay. And what you'll learn is, just as with any architectural software, repetition is your best teacher. Now, for example, there are times when you're going to lose some work, and you'll find out that, the second time that you draw it, it'll actually take less time the second time, uh, less than half the time the second time to draw it than you did when you first originally drew it, because you're getting the reps in, okay? So let's go ahead and click this wall, and let's drag it to this wall, okay? And when you have an open face, that means it's all the way connected, all right? If it's something like this, or something like this, then it's not right, right? So undo that. You want it like that, okay? And next, let's go ahead and add some additional walls. We're putting in the walls, and I'm going to show you guys how to copy the walls up for the next project. So let's go ahead here, and let's actually add some additional walls. Let's see. Okay, we're going to add some walls on the west side of the east wing. Okay. So what we're showing here is, let's go ahead and draw a wall. Let's just say 12 feet. So you want to come here. Now we're drawing walls that are not fire rated. This is our fire rated wall. So you can't click create similar to draw the same interior wall. We need a whole different interior wall. Okay. This is a fire rated wall, and it's rated at 2 hours. In the event of a fire, this is called a exit corridor. And you'll see once we add the others, in the event of a fire, you can utilize this corridor to exit the building. In fact, let's go ahead and add those now. So you want to come here, type in RP for reference plane, okay? And you want to come to the center of this wall. And let's draw a reference plane here. We're going to delete these, so no need to name them. We're just using them for reference only, all right? And let's type in RP again. And let's give it an offset value of 4 feet. Hit enter. And let's draw another reference. Well, let's just go ahead and draw the wall. So you want to come here, right click, and create similar. Give it an offset value of 4 feet. And let's go ahead and drag this guy not an unconnected value, offset value, 4 feet. Let's go ahead and drag this guy northward. Make sure you're selected on that reference plane. In fact, exit the command, because right now it wants to give it an unconnected value. Click close, okay? Come here, right click, and let's go to create similar, okay? And let's go ahead and draw this guy, give it an offset value of 4 feet. And you want to come here and make sure you select the center of the wall. It looks like our reference plane is off a little bit. So let's delete that, okay? And type in RP for reference plane. We can just actually do it without the reference plane, but I want you guys to get used to utilizing reference planes. And things like this does happen, so I put it in the video so you guys can see that, right? So type in, or come here, select the wall, type in create similar, okay? And give it an offset value of 4 feet. Hit 4 and enter. And then you want to come here, and now you're drawing a wall here, all the way up. And with the wall command active, let's go ahead and draw another one all the way down. In fact, let's go all the way across because these corridors are going to come all the way across. Let's go ahead and take this one and just drag it. Okay. Now, what you want to do is let's go ahead and delete this reference plane. Well, no, let's leave that one. Let's delete this guy because we don't need it right now. Okay. And let's type in RP for reference plane. Again, RP for reference plane. And come up here and give it an offset value of 4 feet. Hit 4 for enter. And come and select this interior side of the wall and drag to the right. And come down here and do the same thing. Drag to the left. Then come right here and drag up. And then come right here and drag down. Okay? And take this guy and let's pull it all the way across. Alright, and I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Okay? Right now we have this reference plane that's kind of confusing, so you can right click it, or you can select it, right click it, and click hide in view. We don't want to delete that one because it's named, and we want to keep it in the project because we'll utilize it, okay? So now what you want to do is you want to come here, right click, and click create similar, and select the interior face of this wall and draw one here. Okay, draw a wall there. Let's do the same thing here. Okay. In fact, no, let's do this. Create similar. Flip it. Okay. And then let's take this one, hold down the control key and select this one. In fact, let's see. Okay. Type in RP. We should have left this one, but it's okay. Type in RP, draw a reference plane right here. Select this wall, hold down the control key, select this wall, and type in MM and mirror them about this axis. Okay, or type in MM and select the wall and select that wall, then mirror it. This thing doesn't do the same thing every time. Select the wall, type in MM, there it is. See what I mean? Rivet does glitch, so get used to that, okay? Now what we want to do is we want to clean this up. So you want to select this wall, okay? And you want to actually come up to the Modify tab and select the split element icon, okay? There's a split with gap and then there's a split element. In fact, let's go ahead and just split the element. So you want to split this wall here, you want to split this wall here, okay? You want to split this wall here and you want to split this wall here. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to trim this to clean this up. And watch this. It's just like magic when you see me do it. You type in TR, and you select this wall, then you select this wall, then you select this wall, then you select this wall. Okay? And you do the same thing on this side. Select this wall, select this wall, then you come and do the same thing on this side. So we kind of open up the corridor a little bit, right? So there's the extent of your corridor. So now you have this center node type space where everybody would kind of meet and congregate. And we'll have doors here and we'll have doors there. We'll put those in later. Let's go ahead and delete these reference planes and delete this reference plane and delete this guy. and delete this guy and delete this one. Okay. And let's go ahead and turn this one back on. So you want to come down. You want to come down to the bottom next to the Properties Help menu here, and you want to select the Reveal Hidden Elements icon. Now everything that shows up in red is going to show what you have turned off in your view. Select it, right click, and click on Create Similar, or not Create Similar. Right click and click on Unhide in View Elements, and then turn off the Reveal Hidden Elements icon. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to let's go ahead and draw our bathrooms on the west side of the east wing. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Okay, we're going to draw our restrooms here. So first things first, we want to go ahead and activate the wall command. Type in WA, and we no longer need a firewall. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see. Let's find some interior partitions here. No more fire rated walls. No more masonry. Okay. All right. So what we can do is, because we don't have a regular 6 and an 1/8 inch interior partition, and we typically won't use that. We'll change that actually. We'll change that. Uh, in fact, let's do this. Well, this is a metal building, so it's going to be 6 inch. So let's change that. This is a good exercise for you guys. Select this wall. Go to Edit Type. Okay. And what pops up here is this is the properties of that wall that we just selected. Okay. And right here, there's the structure button. It'll tell you how to wrap it at the ends. It'll tell you how the wall is supposed to function. It'll tell you what the interior scale fill color is. Everything about that wall, it tells you that here, okay? And we'll get a little bit more into this deep type of detail later. But I'm bringing you guys here to show you how you can, change the wall itself, okay? So let's go ahead and click the Edit button, all right? And this gives us all the layers that's in the wall, okay? We have the 3 5/8 inch metal stud, and we have the 5/8 inch jib, okay? That gives us the overall dimension of the wall. But basically, we don't want to mess with this. We want to change it, okay? We want to change it and commit and make a copy of it, because we don't need this one to be, this one has 2 layers of jib, okay, 5/8 inch. We don't want this one to be a fire rated wall. So let's go back out, okay, click cancel. And let's go here and click duplicate. And then let's rename it, okay. This is going to be an interior 6 and 1/8 inch partition. And we'll change that, we'll go back and change that later. I'm talking about the thickness of it. Click OK. Then click OK here, okay. So now you have a 6 and 1/8 inch partition that's fire rated. Then you have another one that's not fire rated. So select this one, and this is the one we want to draw, okay. So now we have the wall command active. Let's go ahead and type in WA. I'm sorry, I thought it was active. And let's go ahead and select the interior partition that's 6 1/4, okay. And let's give it an offset of, let's just say 12 feet. Type in 12. And you want to come here, and you want to draw this wall southward, okay. Now when you select this wall, it's going to tell you a little something about that wall, okay. Let's come here and type in, or actually just take a dimension. Select this, select wall faces, come here, and then you want to come here. So we see it's 11 and 5 7/8. We want to change this to 12. Type in 12. Boom, there it is. Now you can take your dimension and delete it. All right. Now, let's take this guy and let's do it again. Type in, you want to come here. You want to right click, you want to click create similar, and let's give it an offset of 6 feet. Let's just say 6 feet. We're putting in a closet here, hit enter, okay? You want to come and drag, or come and click on the left and drag to the right. There's your closet, okay? And then you want to come and change the offset here to 12 feet, hit enter, okay? And you want to come and drag to the right. You want to click on the left side of that wall, drag to the right, okay? And then the other space is as what's left over, okay? So this is going to be a restroom. We're going to have to put a chase wall in, okay? So let's go ahead and type in, select the wall. You want to go to create similar and give it an offset of 2 feet. And you want to drag it up. Click at the bottom and drag it up. And that'll give you the chase wall there, okay? So now what you want to do is you want to select all of these walls and mirror them about this axis. So you want to select one wall, you hold down the control key, select this wall, and this wall. Type in MM and hit the center axis, and boom, there you go. You have the same walls that you just drew on the north side on the south side of the building, okay? So this is what you want to have as regards your restroom and closet areas, okay? So next we're going to go ahead and continue adding interior walls. Okay, let's go ahead and add one more additional interior wall. So you want to select this wall and click create similar, and you want to select on the edge of the exterior wall. Let's go ahead and drag this wall all the way across here, okay? And then you can take this wall and hit MM for mirror and mirror it about this axis. You have that wall on both sides, okay? And make sure that it's aligned properly. Let's see, MM. There it is, okay? Now, next what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add some doors, okay? So we need to add doors at the end of each corridor. So let's go ahead and select this door, and that's an arch door. Let's do the arch door all the way around. I'm not gonna grade you guys on what type of doors you select, as long as you add a double door where double doors are shown, and add single doors where single doors are shown. So right click and create similar. Let's go ahead and add a door right here. Exit doors always swing out, okay? Always swing out. And let's just swing this one out that way, okay? And you can always change those. In fact, let's do this. Delete. And let's take this one. These are door tags. I'm just going to delete them. I'm going to show you guys how to turn them on and how to turn them off. Okay. Now, also we want to add some windows. So you want to type in WN for window, and we want to use a fixed 24 by 72. Okay. So you want to place a window right here, and you see the window pane. You always want the window panes to face outside. And you want the window panes to face outside on this end and face outside on this end, okay? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that these windows are, let's go ahead and add a dimension to get some, so it's 4'11". You want to select this window and change that to 2, okay? Go ahead and delete the dimension, all right? And you want to select this one, and let's go ahead and add another dimension so we can change it. From here and then here. Let's change it to 2. So to move, actually, no, this one, let's do 3 here. Let's do 3. Or leave it at 4. Let's do 4. Right, yeah. Delete that one. And then from the center of this window to the center of this window, let's go ahead and change this to 8. Keep it clean. No, not that one. Change it to 8. Okay. All right. Now, what we want to do is we want to add the same windows. Let's go ahead and, this is the restroom. Let's go ahead and create similar and add another window here. Okay. And let's do this. We want to add a dimension. We want it to be centered on this wall and that wall. Okay, so you want to select this guy and move it down some. Just leave that one right there for right now. There's an exercise I'm going to show you guys on how to center windows and doors. But right now, let's go ahead and select this guy and select this one. And let's go ahead and select this guy and select this guy and hit MM. You want to mirror it about this center axis. Okay, so now you have those same windows on the south side of the east wing. Okay, so you have windows and you have doors and you have interior walls at the east wing. Okay, let's go ahead and add one more wall on the west wing. Okay, we're going to put a different type of door in. Actually, we're going to put an opening in. So we're going to come here, right click, and go to create similar. Let's click here, flip it, and let's add a wall here. Okay, now you want to type in DR to activate the door command, and we want to come to arched opening. So let's do a 7x7 opening, and you want to place it right here. Okay, and it should snap to the center, and hit escape. And there you have your arched opening. Okay, so now let's turn on the windows and the door tags. We have, let's go ahead and place another door here. We're going to add a single door, so let's type in DR, and we want just a single door. Let's go here to the type selector menu, and you want a single exterior door. Let's see if we can find something nice. Let's use this 36 by 84. Okay, and you want to select it there, and then you want to add another one, and you can use the space bar to flip the doors. Okay, and one thing I want to show you about the doors, the same thing with the reference planes. You could actually flip the door by clicking these arrows. You can flip it up, you can flip it down, you can flip it right, you can flip it left. Okay, flip it up and make sure the swing is swinging back towards the elevator shaft. Okay, let's go ahead and delete these door tags. I'm going to show you guys how to turn all of them on. Okay, and I think that's it for doors. Actually, let's go ahead and add another one here. Right click and create similar. Let's add another door here. Let's do it something like that. Okay, go ahead and delete the tag. And let's add more interior doors here. So come here, select this door. Let's go to create similar. Okay, and you'll have a door here. And you'll have a door here. Flip it. All right. And you'll have a door here. Flip it. And you know, these doors, you can make sure that it's accessible. Okay, make sure that it's accessible. That's all I'm asking. In fact, let's take this one and flip it, and let's move it here. Okay, let's take out the door tags, so we're going to turn them all on at once. And then let's select this door, hold down the control panel, the control tab, and hit MM for mirror, and mirror them about this axis. And now you have those same doors on this side. You know what? Let's get rid of this one. I like it how it was in the beginning. Let's add it right here. Okay. Type in MM. Okay. All right, now you want to type in VV. Well, no, let's go to the annotation tab. We'll talk about that one later. And under the annotation tab, you'll see where it says tag all. Click tag all. And you want to add door tags. And you also want to add window tags. Turn that on, click apply, and click OK. And as you'll see, your windows are in, your door tags are on. Everywhere where you have a window and a door, they are on, including your area where you just have an opening. Okay? So that's it for this module, creating the model. What do we do today? We placed exterior walls. We added interior walls. Okay. We also added. We also joined walls. We use reference planes. Okay. We utilized the split command. We added doors. We added windows, and we added openings. And we used the edit cut profile. Okay. So this is what your model should look like by the end of today's course. All right. So what I want you guys to do is to actually save your Rivet file and upload the Rivet file so I can look at your models and see your progress. All right, so thank you for attending today's course. Please feel free to contact me at any time if you should have any questions. Have a great week. God bless.